tempo Bulgarian split squat. So a tempo split squat is very similar to your regular split squat, only now we're adding a tempo to the rep. So if you have a look next to your rep counts, you'll see a tempo with 3 numbers, right? It will most likely say 3-2-1, right? The 3 represents the eccentric action, the first action, so the lowering down. The 2 represents the pause at the bottom of the rep, and then the 1 represents the concentric action back up to the top. So you'll see that I have 2 pieces of equipment here that you can use for your split squat to support your back leg, right? I'm going to show you why I prefer the lower option, the small box, over the bench, right? So if I'm going to set myself up on the small box, right, you're going to set yourself in a position where this front leg isn't so far that you can't reach back, and it isn't so close that you have to bunch up when you're going through your split squat. Right, set yourself at a nice medium distance. From here, the reason why I prefer the lower box is because now I can have a nice light foot on that back box and keep most of the weight on my front leg. So with the tempo of 3, 2, 1, we're going to take a 3-second lower, right? 1, 2, 3, keeping most of the weight on my front foot. 2 seconds at the bottom, 1, 2, and back up to the top for 1. Right, while I'm lowering myself down, what I'm thinking about is keeping my weight on my front foot, driving my knee forward, and driving my knee out to create space in my hips to get all the way down to the bottom. 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. Right, now I want to show you what it looks like doing it from a higher position. Right, when I go from a higher position, I always feel a lot more unstable. Right, when I get down to the bottom, I can feel the stretch on my back hip flexor, which prevents me from getting all the way to the bottom, and also means that I'm putting more foot force into my back leg. Right, so when you do this, you are welcome to try out both heights and see which one works best for you. But if you are working on something higher and you feel a big stretch in your hip flexor, in your back leg, right, I would suggest that you go a little bit lower. We always want to make sure that the front leg does majority of the work and does all the stabilizing as well.